Leeds International School, Form 4, First Term, Mathematics, Chapter 5, Quadratic Equations Graphs. This covers the specification 2.7. While watching this video, please refer your textbook, page number 428 to page number 436. In this chapter, you will learn how to solve quadratic equations by factorizing, solve quadratic by the general formula, complete the square, set up and solve problems using quadratics. Let's move to the topic, solving quadratic equation by using factorizing. What is a quadratic equation? Yes, an equation like this, x squared plus 4x plus 3 equals 0, called a quadratic equation. Quadratic equations must contain a square term, such as x squared in this example, with no higher power of x, such as x to the power 3. You may be able to spot a solution of a quadratic equation by inspection, but this is not a reliable method because quadratic may have two solutions. So factorizing is a method of making sure that all of the solutions to a quadratic equation are found. Let's see this example. Solve the equation x squared plus 4x plus 3 equals 0. How we are going to factorize this? Yes, that is the way. Coefficient of x squared multiplied by the constant, then we are getting 3. So how to make 3? 3 times 1. So when we are adding 3 and 1, it's equals to 4x. So we can write this equation the same as x squared plus 3x plus 4x plus 3 equals 0. We can take x out from first two terms. So x plus 3. Then we can take 1 from the last two terms. So then x plus 3. So you can write the factorizing like x plus 3, x plus 1 equals 0. If x plus 1, x plus 3 equals 0, then one of the brackets must be equals to 0 as it is a multiplication. So x plus 3 equals 0 or x plus 1 equals 0. We can get the solutions x equals minus 3 or x equals minus 1. Factorization can be more difficult, especially if the coefficient of x squared is greater than 1 like this. Solve this equation. 2x squared minus 9x minus 5 equals 0. So the same thing you can do. 2 times 5. Then we can take it like 10 times 1. So to make 9x, it should be minus 10x and plus x. So you can have the factors 2x plus 1, x minus 5. If those two are equals to 0, then one of the brackets must be equal to 0. So 2x plus 1 equals 0 or x plus 1 equals 0. 2x equals 1 or x equals minus 1. X equals half or x equals minus 1. Those are the two solutions of this given quadratic equation. Some quadratics contain only two terms, not three. If the constant term at the end is missing, then all you need to do is take out a common factor of x. 10x squared minus 4x equals 0. Constant term is missing in this quadratic equation. So we can take out the common factor there. It's 2x. Then inside the bracket 5x minus 2 equals 0. Simply you can write 2x equals 0 or 5x minus 2 equals 0. So x equals 0 or x equals 2 over 5. If instead the middle term is missing, then you can simply solve to find x squared. Then take the square root of both sides to find x. Remember to allow for both positive and negative answers. Solve the equation 5x squared minus 8 equals 0. So no x term here. 5x squared equals 80. X squared equals 80 divided by 5. X equals square root of 16. So we can write the answers x equals plus 4 or x equals minus 4. Completing the square. When you cannot solve a quadratic equation by factorization, you can solve it using the method of completing the square. What is completing the square? Completing the square is something that can be done to a quadratic expression to make it easier to work with or more useful in some way. It involves writing the quadratic expression x squared plus bx plus q in the form of x plus a squared plus b. So what is a perfect square? X squared plus 2x plus a squared, we can write it as x plus a squared. We call them perfect squares. How to identify a perfect square? The constant term is a square number and the coefficient of x is 2a. So we can call it is a perfect square. See these examples. Factorize x squared plus 12x plus 36. So it's simply, you know the way, then we can factorize it like x plus 6 squared. So as a second question, part B, hence write x squared plus 12x plus 40, x squared plus 12x minus 1 in the form of x plus a squared plus b. Now they are asking to use part A answer to write part B answers. So we'll see. First one, x squared plus 12x plus 40. How to make 40? Yes, we can make 40 by 36 plus 4. So simply we can write it as x plus 6 squared plus 4. Okay. So second one, x squared plus 12x minus 1. So minus 1 we can make plus 36 minus 37. So you can write x plus 6 squared minus 37. Here is a method you can use to write a quadratic expression in the form x plus a squared plus b. Write the following in the form of x plus a squared plus b. So that is the equation x squared minus 10x plus 16. Take the coefficient of x, it's minus 10, half it, it's minus 5, squared, it's 25. So that 25 add and subtract this square like this. X squared minus 10x plus 25 minus 25 plus 16. So x squared minus 10x plus 25 is a complete square. It means it is a perfect square. So we can write it as x minus 5 squared. Then remaining part is minus 25 plus 16. When we are simplifying, we can get the answer like x minus 5 squared minus 9. Okay, let's see this example too. Write the following in the form of x plus a squared plus b. The equation is x squared minus 7x plus 3. We'll go through that method. Take the coefficient of x minus 7. Half it, it's minus 7 divided by 2. Square, it's minus 49 divided by 4. So x squared minus 7x plus 3. Now we can write it as x squared minus 7x plus 49 divided by 4 minus 49 over 4 plus 3. X squared minus 7x plus 49 over 4 is a perfect square. It is x minus 7 upon 2 squared. So the remaining part we can simplify. We can get the answer x minus 7 upon 2 squared minus 37 upon 4. You can use completing the square to solve a quadratic equation. X squared minus 10x plus 16 equals 0. So we can write it as x minus 5 squared minus 9. So we are going to solve that. It's x minus 5 squared equals 9. So it's simply x minus 5 equals 3 y square root of 9. So we can write the answers as x minus 5 equals 3 or x minus 5 equals minus 3. We have to take both positive and negative answers. So solution will be x equals 8 or x equals 2. You can also complete the square when the coefficient of x squared is not equal to 1. 3x squared minus 12x plus 8. Now we are going to write this one in the form a x plus b squared plus c. 3x squared minus 12x plus 8. So we can take 3 out as a common factor from these first two terms. Then 3 equal 3 within bracket x squared minus 4x plus 8. So now complete the square on x squared minus 4x. Coefficient of x is minus 4, half it minus 2, square plus 4. So here 3 x squared minus 4x plus 4 minus 4 plus 8. So x squared minus 4x plus 4. It is x minus 2 squares. So again, you can remove the square brackets. So 3x minus 2 squared minus 12 plus 8. When you are simplifying, you can get the answer 3x minus 2 squared minus 4. Hence, or otherwise, solve 3x squared minus 12x plus 8 equals 0. And give your solutions correct to three significant figures. So we'll see. We can write this one as 3x minus 2 squared minus 4 equals 0. 3x minus 2 squared equals 4. X minus 2 squared equals 4 divided by 3. Add 4 to both sides and then divide by 3. Then x minus 2 equals 4 over 3 square root of 4 over 3, or x minus 2 equals minus square root of 4 over 3. Why we are taking both minus and plus? Don't forget the negative square root. Why? It is a square root of 4 over 3. So we can have the answers x equals 2 plus square root of 4 upon 3. It is equals to 3.15, or x equals to minus 4 over 3 square root of 4 over 3. It is equals to 0.845. Solving quadratic equation by using formula. A quadratic equation contains three coefficients. For example, in this equation, x squared coefficient of 3, x coefficient of minus 12, and the constant term of 8. For some equations like this, 3x squared plus 80 equals 0, x squared coefficient of 3, and x coefficient of 0, and the constant term of 8. There is a formula that can be used to find solutions to a quadratic equation. If ax squared plus bx plus equals 0 is a quadratic equation, then the solutions are given by the formula x equals minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. The middle sign, like plus and minus, is read as plus or minus. You obtain one of the solutions of the quadratic by using x equal minus b plus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a, and the other one by using x squared minus b minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. The formula method can be applied to a such wider range of quadratic equations than the factorizing method. You would normally use the formula if the equation cannot be factorized in an obvious way. The quadratic formula will be given to you in an IGCSE exam on the formula sheet. Let's see this example. Solve the equation 2x squared minus 4x minus 1 equals 0. Give your answers to 3 decimal places. There is no obvious factorization, so use the formula. Inspecting the equation a equals 2, b equals minus 4, and c equals minus 1. Then substituting these values into the formula. So that is the working. At last, we are getting the answer. X equal 4 plus square root of 24 divided by 4, or x equal 4 minus square root of 24 divided by 4. Then you will get the answers. X equal 2.225, or x equals minus 0.225. Problems leading to quadratic equations. At IGCSE, you may be expected to set up a problem that leads to a solution involving a quadratic equation. You will then need to solve the quadratic equation to complete the problem. Let's see this example. A rectangular flower bed measures 2x plus 5 meters by x plus 3 meters. It has an area of 45 square meters. Part A. Draw a sketch to show this information. It's so easy. You have to just draw the sketch. They are telling it's a rectangular flower bed, and they have given the length and breadth. We can take it like 2x plus 5 as the length and x plus 3 as the breadth. Part B. Show that x must satisfy the equation 2x squared plus 11x minus 30. equals 0. We can build up an equation by using the length and the breadth and the area. It is 2x plus 5, x plus 3 equals 45. When we are simplifying that, you will get the answer 2x squared plus 11x minus 30 equals 0. Part C. Solve this equation to find the value of x, hence find the dimensions of this flower bed. Equation is 2x squared plus 11x minus 30 equals 0. So you can make factorize like 2x plus 15, x minus 2 equals 0. So 2x plus 15 equals 0 and x minus 2 equals 0. 2x equals minus 15, no, x equals 2. Therefore, x equals minus 7.5 or x equals 2. But x equals minus 7.5 will land to negative dimensions for the flower bed, so it must be rejected. Therefore, we have to use x equals 2. We know that the dimensions of the flower bed are 2x plus 5 meters by x plus 3 meters. So substituting x equals 2 gives dimensions of 9 meters and 5 meters. Thank you.